Hey guys! So today's video is going to be a little bit more intimate. So I decided to come to my car, mostly because my car is actually one of my favorite places to just like think and be by myself. And yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do today. It's just gonna be me thinking and being by myself. So something that I think is super important to talk about that I don't think we talk about often when starting a business is that in-between stage. And I feel like I'm at that stage right now where I haven't necessarily just started, and you know, like I mentioned in some of my other videos, I started this business venture in March, so almost a year ago. I didn't necessarily launch things until November, but I gained all the knowledge and I learned all the things. I'm not saying I know everything, but it's starting to be put to practice, and I have a great grasp on my events, and you know, I'm starting to launch different things, but I'm not necessarily at the place that I'm growing yet, or that I'm growing, but I haven't gotten to the place where I feel that people can take me seriously. And it's not that I'm looking for any validation from someone. It's just when it comes to things like funding and collaboration and even getting sponsorships from people, they really care about numbers. I don't have a lot of revenue at the moment. I don't have a massive following. So to them, it seems that I am, you know, not necessarily like somebody that they can take seriously. And that is just such a frustrating place to be in when I know that I am serious and I know that I have the results and I know that I can show up. I've hosted a few very successful events. I've built my systems. I've built my operations. Like, all of that is handled, and I don't play when it comes to my operations either. I've definitely put in the time, I've put in the energy, I've put in the work, but I'm still not necessarily established yet. I also don't have easy access to funding other than grants, which obviously are not easy to get. So sometimes it definitely feels like I don't have access to the rooms that I know that I'm ready for. But I want to offer up something that being in that gap is also so beautiful. Like, one thing that my mentor told me is that when you're ready, you'll be there. And so that I might feel ready and I might feel like I got all my systems and everything together, but I'm not there yet because I'm still being prepared for it. And that in itself is such a beautiful place to be in. You know, I definitely think I'm mostly feeling it when it comes to real funding. Grants, they want proof. Investors want they want traction. And then obviously sponsorships, they want numbers. Obviously they don't want to necessarily partner with a brand who doesn't have a large audience. For them, there's no return on investment. So I've ended up, you know, self-funding, and I end up stretching a lot. And I definitely also feel that in the collaboration gap too. Even when I am professional and I execute well, even when I show up super prepared, sometimes it's still like it comes down to the numbers. It doesn't really come down to my vision or my passion or my execution or my leadership. It literally is coming down to the numbers, and the fact that I'm not at the place where people feel like they would be able to get something from that collaboration, even though I know deep down in my soul that they would. And I think right now I still just am in the process of proving that I am that and I can do that. So if you are in this stage of maybe your business or like your creative endeavors, I want to offer up a different perspective, that this stage isn't necessarily punishment, but it's definitely more so just positioning yourself correctly. This is the stage where you build persistence and consistency and resilience and energy and knowledge and community, so that when the bigger opportunities do come, you are not just hoping that you can handle it, but you're actually ready to handle it, and you're ready to be in those environments. And I think the reason that I'm even talking about this stage is because it can definitely make you question yourself, but you cannot skip it. Like, you can't start wondering, am I good enough? Am I good at this? I was really meant to be this. Would it be better if I just took off and did this because it's faster and it's easier? And I've definitely had those thoughts too. But I think I've realized that the in-between isn't necessarily a stage or a reflection of your worth, but it's a reflection of time and effort and resilience and patience. You know, it takes time to build proof of something. It takes time to get someone to trust you. It takes time for people to see your value and what you're building quietly, because this is just honestly where the real grit is built. You know, this is where you like refine your voice and your tools and your skills, and you sharpen your standards and your goals and your boundaries. And so I just made this video because I don't think a lot of people really talk about. And so I made this video because I don't really see a lot of people talking about this stage, honestly. You know, a lot of times I see, you know, the I quit my job stage, and I see the I made 6 figures this year stage, but I don't really see enough of people documenting like that middle or even the beginning. So all I want to say is that keep going, keep proving yourself, keep pivoting, keep trying to just execute and grow. So if you are in this in-between stage, I want you to know that you are being led to something so much greater, and just stick with it, stay patient. I will keep documenting my journey and documenting my growth until someday I get on here and tell you guys that I am the 6-figure shorty and that I'm not in the middle anymore. But until then, I post videos every single Wednesday. I hope to see you back for more. Thank you guys for being here. Bye.